Okay, welcome back to Angelo's Sure Thing. We're here with David Toma. We're going to be wrapping things up. First, though, a couple of burning questions I have to ask David in lieu of the events that happened within the last couple of weeks on a national level. Although it was local, but it went to a national level. And you started talking about it before. Our President Barack Obama, very popular president, won by a large majority, ran on a platform of change in the country and hope. Yet he comes out and he's a lawyer, and he's actually a law professor, and he comes out and makes some comments about a local police department that nobody even probably ever heard of, and immediately puts the police all over the country on defense because of an incident that happened in Cambridge, Massachusetts, with regard to a friend of his, Professor Gates, being arrested for allegedly trying to break into his own home. Your comments on that, David?
Well, first of all, I respect the president. He's the president of the United States. And we all have our pros and cons and different things. But the problem there is, you see, his advisors around him are not paying attention. If I was advising him, and I was around him at the time, I'd say, Mr. President, listen. You're the President of the United States. You're the top man in the world. Now let me tell you, as a police officer, you don't know what happened there. Nobody have told you. You see, it's very easy to say, look at those cops fired somebody. You got a split second sometimes to make a decision. Before you make any kind of anything that you're going to say about it, Mr. President, find out the facts if you want to get involved. But you know something, really? Don't get involved. It's a town. Let the town do it. I understand Gates is your friend, but that doesn't matter because you did make a mistake. Not only getting involved, the mistake was he didn't have the facts.
Right.
And later on, he realized he didn't have the facts, but he never said he was sorry.
But as an attorney, don't you think, forget that he's the president, forget all the other stuff, he's a law professor, he's an attorney. Don't you think that his training and his common sense would have told him without having to have his advisors sitting around?
Yeah, but let me say this to you. What makes us think, not him now, what makes us think that anybody, a Harvard graduate or Princeton graduate or USC graduate, has common sense?
Well,
you see? That's the problem.
We're assuming.
Let's say, take cops. Most cops don't have common sense. Most counselors don't have common sense. They don't understand. They're going by a book. Common sense to me is seeing things as they are and apply it as such. He should have had some common sense. He should have known better. He made a grave mistake. Now, what happens in Minneapolis next week? The same situation happens. Does he call Minneapolis now, or does he say, let me forget it, because I don't know that. I don't know the professor in Minneapolis. Right. It was a mistake. But again, his advisors around him are making the mistakes. And I'm sure somewhere along the line in a secluded room, he must have said to some of his advisors, why the hell didn't you tell me what was going on here? You should have told me. So he should know better. You don't do that. Now, again, what I said before, going beyond that, and that was wrong. I don't understand the situation. I mean, to me, I'm bewildered. How in hell do you sit around four people, the vice president, the president, the cop, whatever?
Driving our producer crazy.
How do you do that and say, let's have some beers?
Well, see that.
What the hell are you talking about? You don't do that.
My first reaction to that was, beer. He's going to invite people in for beer. What message is that?
If you want to invite him down, say, why don't you come down? Let's talk about it. I'll have some lunch.
Let's have lemonade.
Yeah, you don't do that.
Have a beer.
Because you're opening the door to millions of kids who are looking for that sanction, who are looking for somebody to say it's okay. They're looking for that. Just like I say, pot smokers go with pot smokers. Pot smokers don't hang around people who are straight. I'm straight. Guys who smoke don't want to be around. Forget pot. People who smoke cigarettes don't want to be around me. Even cops, I used to say, man, I'm not inhaling the garbage you're exhaling. So they know that. Nobody comes in my house and drinks. They know that. You come to my house, you have a party, you don't drink. You go around to people that accept you. So if you hear a powerful guy saying, let's have some beer, man, it's okay, you see? So if I would go to let's assume I went to a college now, and the colleges are partying like you wouldn't believe. I mean, I've been to more colleges I used to sleep in dormitories to learn before I speak the next day. And I'm going to tell you something, unbelievable what's going on in colleges. So I go to a college now, you know, a lot of college kids will say, what are you, nuts? What the hell, the president sat around, didn't he? And they had beer. So again, we don't think.
Bad message, he said.
Bad message.